In today's video, we will be featuring one of the hidden gems of the shonen genre, Hunter x Hunter. The phenomenal series has been well received both in Japan as well as internationally and has solidified its place as one of the best shonen series despite the long hiatus and discontinuation of the anime. What a great shonen anime series needs, Hunter x Hunter delivers in spades. From lovable and relatable protagonists to intriguing and multifaceted villains, gripping storylines, and the extensive development of Nen as a power system, and of course, masterpiece fight scenes that keep us constantly on the edge of our seats and sometimes the verge of tears. Welcome to Cosplay FTW, your #1 source for the latest lowdown on anime and manga news, updates, and analysis. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Date bayo! Today, we're ranking the top 10 strongest Hunter x Hunter characters that the series has to offer. We know that this discussion is a very nuanced one. Within the Hunter x Hunter universe, the strongest characters are not so clear-cut. It's not just about Nen abilities or physical strength. We have to factor in a character's creative use of their abilities, fighting prowess, tactical acumen, and sheer grit, which is partially what makes the series so good. Please keep in mind we are ranking each candidate based on the most recent developments in the anime only. Make sure you watch to the end to see our top pick and if your favorites made it on our list. Fair spoiler warning to our viewers, this video covers until the latest arc, 13th Hunter Chairman Election Arc. We invite you to keep watching though, you know you want to. Coming in at number 10 is none other than Kurapika. Kurapika is the last survivor of the Red-Eyed Kurta clan. Among the protagonists, he is easily the most level-headed and discerning, so it's ironic that among the anime's leads, he is also the one that ultimately takes the most self-destructive and ruthless path. He is one of the few members to have killed a member of the infamous Phantom Troop, the physically strongest one at that. His exceptional intelligence is matched by high combat expertise and iron will that stems from his desire for revenge. With his heart imbued with hatred for those who mercilessly slayed his clan, Kurapika is one character that few would like to cross. One of his strong suits is his versatility, as he has been seen wielding different weapons and his knowledge of many disciplines is impressive. In his showdown with Uvogin, he used his chains from afar and in close-quarter combat. While he usually maintains a calm and collected persona, he can lose his cool and turn violent whenever the Phantom Troop or his clan are concerned. As a conjurer, he uses a unique weapon, 5 chains that extend from each finger on his right hand. To increase the effectiveness of his chains against the Phantom Troop, Kurapika placed strict limitations on the usage of his chains. In fact, one of his chains is so strong that Uvogin, an experienced fighter, assumed that it was a real chain that Kurapika was manipulating. To boost his power even more, when Kurapika's eyes shift into scarlet, he changes from a conjurer to a specialist. This frankly overpowered ability allows him to utilize all the types of Nen to 100% efficiency for a conjurer. The combination of his limitation, the increase in skill granted by his specialization abilities, and the aura boost granted by his scarlet eyes allowed him to reduce the gap in strength against even a master enhancer such as Uvogin. Coming at number 9, Zeno Zoldyck. Zeno may be one of the older fighters on our list, but that doesn't stop him from being one of the most lethal assassins in Hunter x Hunter. Nor has his advancing age dampened his quick thinking or speed in battle. His name alone is enough to frighten anyone with knowledge of the underworld. He is a transmuter, meaning he can manipulate his Nen aura and form giant dragon-like constructs, which speaks to the vast amount of Nen reserves and the tremendous aura output he is capable of, especially when performing his dragon dive technique, a devastating attack that creates hundreds of aura dragons that rain down like meteors. Not only is he a master transmuter, but he is very proficient in emission as well, seeing as his aura constructs can remain in existence even while being kilometers away from himself. His mastery over Nen, training as an assassin, and the experience gathered over his many years make him an extremely powerful fighter and easily one of the finest Nen users to be introduced to the series thus far. His physical strength far exceeds his age, and his speed and fighting prowess were enough to put Chrollo Lucifer, the leader of the Phantom Troop, on the defensive. The sadomasochist, sociopathic, morally gray Hisoka takes our number 8 spot. Hisoka gets extreme satisfaction in fighting and killing strong opponents, and when feeling particularly murderous, any beloved character is fair game. With an alias like the Grim Reaper, Hisoka Moreau is the last person you'd want to cross paths with. His physical abilities and combat skills speak for themselves. He was temporarily a floor master in Heaven's Arena, and he held a record of 0 losses, except for the matches he simply chose not to show up for. But perhaps what makes him most deserving of this spot is his expertise in Nen, tactical genius and flexibility which allow him to instantaneously adapt to the quick and unexpected changes in circumstances of battle. Okay, let's be honest here, his Nen ability Bungee Gum, which gives his aura the properties of both rubber and gum, is not the strongest compared with the other Nen abilities in the Hunter x Hunter world. Texture Surprise, his other ability, doesn't seem to hold the most power either. But it's the masterful way in which Hisoka is able to make use of these abilities to deadly effect that earns him this spot. He maximizes their versatility and power in concert with his skills in misdirection and amazing dexterity to ultimately triumph over formidable opponents like Castro, turning what may seem like relatively mundane ability into a devastating offensive and defensive force. He's hands down one of the most skilled Nen users the Hunter x Hunter world has ever seen. For all this, Hisoka's very deserving of 8th place, and let's not forget his Bungee Gum has the properties of both rubber and gum. The charismatic and highly intelligent leader of the Phantom Troop, Chrollo Lucifer, is our list's number 7. A natural leader, he's able to keep all the volatile personalities in the troop in check, but his calm and collected personalities carries over very well in battle, making him cool and unwavering even in the most dire of situations. The fact that he fought the professional assassin Scylla and Zeno simultaneously while holding back and still survived speaks volumes to his power. Even our 9th place character Zeno admits that if Chrollo fought seriously, even he would have trouble defeating him. Machi of the Phantom Troop ranks him cleanly above Hisoka in strength, who also happens to be our list's number 8. As a specialist, Chrollo is a powerful Nen user who can take away and use the abilities of others using his book Bandit's Secret. Like Kurapika, however, this technique is only able to be activated if a number of conditions are met. Chrollo tends to hold back in battle if his opponent owns an ability that interests him so that he can steal it. This is a huge risk to take in a battle between life and death, so not only do we see that Chrollo is confident and unflappable, he also has the skill to back it up. His fighting style is adaptable and combines speed with deadly precision. He is able to kill skilled hitmen with just a pen, sometimes even remaining concealed with Setsu, proving that even without Nen, he is a dangerous and proficient fighter. Chrollo is also endowed with terrific strategic abilities as well as astounding strength of mind and willpower, even by the standards of the troop. As one of the strongest characters in Hunter x Hunter, it's no surprise why he earned the leadership position in the Phantom Troop and a place on our list. The Royal Guard of the Chimera and King, Shaya Poof, takes 6th place on our list. As a guard, Shaya Poof is one of the 4 most powerful Chimera ants in Meruem's colony. In a short period of time after birth, he developed an aura output that surpassed even that of Isaac Netero, the chairman of the Hunter Association. Poof's Analone caused the near-mental breakdown of a veteran hunter. This just speaks to the echelon of power we're dealing with here. Though not physically the most powerful, he possesses immense physical strength and can run and fly at supersonic speeds, and this, coupled with a near inexhaustible amount of aura, a vast number of Hatsu abilities, and incredible intellect, makes for an incredibly dangerous combination. He can create copies of himself, decreasing in size with every copy he makes. By creating thousands of miniature copies, he can infiltrate even the most secure locations and spy on his enemies without detection. He is even capable of turning humans into Chimera ants, as well as bestowing Nen abilities onto others. But if you want the fully actualized potential of a Nen manipulator, look no further than Poof's spiritual message Hatsu. This ability grants full hypnosis over everyone who breathes Poof's possibly conjured scale dust, with absolutely no limitations. It's likely that the closest thing to a condition that this ability has is for the wind to be in his favor while using it. This ability is strong enough to suppress every last trace of free will in even tens of thousands of people at a time.
Ad time.
Oh no, Halloween is just around in a couple of weeks and I don't know how I'm gonna dress up this year.
Don't worry, I know just the perfect website where you can buy the perfect costume to impress me. I mean, everyone at the party. It's cosplayftw.com. It has hundreds of different cosplays of all the popular anime, movies, video games, and more.
But I thought cosplay was just for anime conventions.
Not really, you can use it for parties, cool photos and funny videos.
But I live in another city, in another country, in another dimension. Will it arrive before Halloween?
Just be sure to order soon, because it can take a couple weeks. But it will get to you.
Thanks cosplayftw. Now I'm no longer a generic anime guy. I can be
a protagonist.
End of ad.
In terms of both appearance and sheer power, Mentutu Yopi is nothing short of monstrous. That is why he is placed at number 5 on our list. Yopi is the youngest of the Chimera Ant King's 3 royal guards, but easily the most physically powerful of all. Yopi was born with the sole purpose of being the king's sword and shield, with every single aspect of him optimized to be a combat-oriented war machine. Unlike other human Chimera Ant hybrids, he is a fusion between a Chimera Ant and a magical beast. This makes him an immensely powerful being with a unique ability to control and modify any part of his body. He can grow extra arms and eyes, grow animal wings to fly, as well as morph his limbs into blades. With all this, he put the professional beast hunter Shoot in critical condition in less than 20 seconds of combat, while simultaneously fending off the invincible Knuckle and Meleron. In fact, he suffered next to no damage from their attacks. But one of the most insane things about Yopi's fighting abilities is when we see just how quickly he is able to develop, perfect, and adapt his rage ability for combat. In his only first real battle, he took what was at first an uncontrolled outburst, honed and perfected it to expert level in a matter of minutes, an impressive feat by most any standards. Neferpitou takes 4th place on our list. Compared to the rest of the Royal Guard, Neferpitou is undoubtedly the strongest of the 3. One of their most notable shows of strength was killing Kite, a very reputable Nen user in his own right, in mere seconds. It was also frequently noted that their aura is so terrifying that it instills fear in even the strongest of hunters, with Hisoka's nor Illumi's aura being able to match that of Pitou's. As a specialist, Pitou has the most condition-heavy Hatsu out of their peers, but seeing as specialists have the ability to literally defy the rules in the field of Nen, Neferpitou possesses the most potential. And combined with unfathomable reserves of Nen, that extent to which Neferpitou's abilities can be used seem endless. Neferpitou's Nen ability allows them to summon different types of puppets to either heal wounds through advanced surgery, take controls of others, and even provide buffers and enhancements on themselves through a variation of their puppeteer technique, Telesicola. Even after his death, Neferpitou's desire to serve the Chimera and King Meruem is so strong that their Nen puppet continued to exist and allowed them to continue fighting for the sake of protecting Meruem. We expect nothing less from the king's top soldier. Entering our top 3 is Adult Gon Freaks. Despite his young age, Gon's honing of his Nen abilities along with his Jajangken ability makes him a strong fighter. After his friend Kite was captured and killed by the Chimera Ants, he became consumed by revenge, which changed not only his personality but his aura as well. In a state of immense emotional distress, Gon vowed to extinguish all his future potential to exact revenge. With this, he was able to summon all the power he would ever have and grew to an age where he could defeat Neferpitou. By sacrificing his life force and natural talents, his body forcibly aged to a state where he could go toe-to-toe with arguably the strongest of the royal guards. At this point, Neferpitou feared he might pose a threat to King Meruem himself. Though this manifestation was fleeting and may never be seen again, we still believe Adult Gon deserves this place on our list. The full potential of Adult Gon had yet to be seen, but for the feat that he was able to achieve and the sheer impact of his appearance in the series, we had to give him a well-deserved 3rd place. Our runner-up is Isaac Netero. As the chairman of the Hunter Association, Netero spent years training both his body and Nen ability to their peak. In his prime, he was considered the most powerful hunter and Nen user in the world. And even though the survival rate of official expeditions to the Dark Continent are a mere 0.04%, he set foot on it and returned not 1 but 2 times with no lasting injuries. When the master assassin Zeno Zoldyck is compared to Netero as an equal in strength, Zeno easily dismisses the claim, knowing he is outclassed. Netero was able to slaughter several squadrons of Chimera ants single-handedly, in spite of the tough exoskeletons that many of them possessed while still warming up, speaking to his immense physical strength. And with unparalleled muscle control, he is even able to stop the bleeding of any wound he suffers in battle by constricting the muscles there. Netero's speed is considered to be among the greatest of any character seen thus far in the series, even outpacing the Chimera ants Neferpitou and King Meruem in that arena. These are some insane level stats we're getting into here, and we haven't even gotten into his Nen abilities. In his prime, Netero was revered as the most powerful Nen user in the world. His Nen ability allows him to summon the 100-type Guanyin Bodhisattva. Despite the setback of being an enhancer, this manipulation and emission Nen construct can unleash over 1,000 supersonic blows in under a minute, his most deadly ability. Although he may have lost against Meruem, he was the first and only person to be able to strike true fear into the heart of the terrible Chimera King. For all this, no one else is as deserving as Netero for the number 2 spot on our list. In the top spot is none other than Meruem, the Chimera Ant King himself, and the man who single-handedly turned the Hunter x Hunter series upside down. From the moment of his birth, he was already more powerful than any other character in the series. By consuming Nen users, his power is amplified, allowing him to obtain their Nen abilities in the process, which he could then use on a more advanced scale. It is clear from the start that he is in a completely different league from the rest of the characters in the Hunter x Hunter series, and more frighteningly, he constantly evolves over and over again at an insanely alarming rate. His intelligence is off the charts, with him being able to process thousands of possible scenarios in mere seconds, which also made him the only viable opponent for a fighter who uses a technique like the 100-type Guanyin Bodhisattva. At little over a month old, Meruem was able to go toe-to-toe with Chairman Netero, pushing back against the light-speed punches of Netero's 100-type Guanyin Bodhisattva with little battle experience or technique. It is only through Netero's last resort, the poor man's rose, that Meruem is overcome. Still, we never saw Meruem's strength fully actualized in the series, and it's almost sublime to imagine just how much stronger he would have become had he been given even a year's worth of time to develop. That concludes our list of top 10 strongest Hunter x Hunter characters. With its recent celebration of its 20th anniversary, Hunter x Hunter still has a long way to go, as recently confirmed by creator Yoshihiro Togashi, who said that there are still many things in the series left that he wants to write. Rest assured that we here in Cosplay FTW will update this video as soon as those future episodes come out. So what do you think will happen in the future of Hunter x Hunter? Share your comments down below so we can rave about it some more. While waiting for Hunter x Hunter's future episodes, you can continue your binge watching of the strongest anime characters with our other video, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Villains, the bad, the worst, and the evil, where we rank JoJo villains based on their actions, the impact of their actions, and their motivations behind these actions. Thanks for watching. This is Cosplay FTW. Jajangen!
It's here. It's here. Now that I have it in my possession, this is a Haikyuu mystery box I bought at the beginning of July, and it's here. And it feels like there's a plushie inside. Let's see what's inside. The listing said to share your favorite themes in the notes, so I put down Nekoma and Kogorodani and ended up with so much merch for them. This is literally so soft. Let's get to the small things. There's all these stickers. I got a love phone charm. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. This next item was a Karasuno lanyard. I freaking love it. This has to be my favorite thing so far. They're Bokuto and Akashi pens. Look how freaking cute. I actually have this Akashi acrylic stand from this set, so I love this. And on to the final item, but it might be the best. It's a Kuro body pillow cover. This is definitely going on the bed that I share with my boyfriend.